It's time for me to introduce you to my special guests tonight. They're a group of young men. They've been together a long time. In fact, they were one of the first groups of their type. Will you welcome the Sons of Erin?
What does it feel like to be part of something that's celebrating a 50th anniversary?
It's really extraordinary how quick it comes.
In the army town, the little man, and you kept a little town and by the strand, and the landlord, he had a daughter fair, pretty little thing with the golden hair.
I tell you what, it's scary even to think of it, because I'm looking at this head of grey hair, and I said to myself, 50 years. I said, that's wild.
How all the once without being red.
And to be still playing, and with the same conviction.
Yes, beautiful. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh I say, I wish I'd never taken this as good around the day.
The key element is Ralph's passion. Ralph's passion for traditional music and his connection with Ireland.
I personally would call Ralph the godfather of traditional Newfoundland and Irish music.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not 50 yet. That band is older than me.
The Sons of Erin, that's it. They're the only ones left. I mean, there's no Ryan's Fancy, there's no big traditional Irish bands anymore. It's just the Sons of Erin. The Dubliners are done, everybody's done, and the Sons of Erin are still going, and we're getting bigger.
When the band strikes up, the dancing starts. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a thing that you can't take away from you.
I wish I'd never taken this as good around the day.
Hey, good job. Jason from Georgetown.
How did you get the name?
Sons of Ireland. Sons of Erin being Erin was Gaelic for Ireland. Yeah.
Oh, somewhere, somebody's waiting for you.
The funny thing is, I was in Dublin in a bar, and my friend, Gary Kavanagh, was going to Canada. And I was a bit of a wanderer. So I said to him, I'll see you there.
Somewhere there's somebody waiting for you.
We played in Toronto, the first place we played, and we were getting free beer, which was 10 cents a draft, and you got 5 of them, and that was your pay. So there was myself and Dermot, Fergus, and Gary Kavanagh. That was the original Sons of Erin. And we kind of started in the house, playing. So boys, we should go down and play. So we played, and the rest is history.
Somewhere, somebody's waiting for you.
We toured from one end of North America to the other. The best move we ever made was into Newfoundland. And because there was an acceptance straight away. There's a lot of people here of Irish extraction. You know what I mean? Parts of English, but mostly Irish. So we took the music out of the kitchens, put them on stage.
Somewhere, somebody waiting for you.
We get the response. That's the thing after 50 years that, you know, the fans are just, they enjoy it. They love to come see the band. So.
Yeah, they're still saying, really? You're still together? Yeah. Is Ralph still alive?
Are you Ralph's son? That's the most common asked one. Are you all the sons of Ralph?
That's a hell of an accomplishment for 50 years. And look where we're going, still moving up, still getting bigger. It's probably because of me.
Well, I was going to say that,
Yeah.
you know, you and me.
Your bass playing and my vocals.
You feel the history behind it when you join the band, and it's a big thing.
When people go out, when they come down here and the Sons of Erin are playing, they want to hear us playing these songs.
Yep.
That's what I think they do. They don't want to hear anything else.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
It's just a year ago today, I left my Rhode Island to the shore
after all these years, do you still need to rehearse these songs?
Oh, more than ever. Yeah, because I forget them now and then, see? You know what I mean? So don't tell anybody.
Some parts of it you keep going smooth, but other parts you tend to forget things you did 20-odd years ago. And now we're playing some songs we haven't played in 10 years, and it seems like they're brand new to us again.
God bless and keep you as you are. We love thee, Newfoundland. God bless and keep you as you are. We love you, Newfoundland.
You know, and the thing about the Sons is, you know, and still a great band, love the boys and everything, but it's Ralph. And Ralph is the son of Erin.
Ralph is the son of, yeah.
He's the son of Erin. Yeah. And he put this great crowd around him to make music. But at the end of the day, it's one dude's 50th anniversary, and it's Ralph.
Where the heck are we? Upstairs over Erin's pub in what used to be known as the Irish Centre.
Used to be.
Used to be known as the Irish Centre, yeah. Ralph used to bring over some acts from Ireland and stuff, and some local acts, and put off concerts up there. It was always a great time. It looked a little bit different than it does today.
The sea, the wonderful sea.
We started off more bands. Wednesday, we'd have a happy hour kind of thing. It was a talent show. Chris and Mark were playing as solo artists. And then I said, boys, why don't you put together? And you know what I mean? That'd be a nice sound.
The sea, the wonderful sea. Long may she roll.
I never knew Mark. We were both double booked downstairs. Instead of sending one of us home, Ralph put two of us up on stage and we played together, and we've been doing it for 25 years now.
Surrounded by water.
You know, if it wasn't for Ralph throwing us up on the stage, we wouldn't be sitting here doing this interview today.
Who knows? That's right.
Well, the first time I saw the Sons of Erin, I think, would have been at the pub. I mean, when I started coming to St. John's and working in St. John's in the mid-1980s, when I was still probably 16. And we used to go down and I'd watch, that's where I saw Ralph and the Sons of Erin for the first time, and it was rammed. I think the biggest influence from those guys on me early on was the stagemanship that Ralph always had. He knew how to turn a noisy pub into a sing-along almost instantly. I have a deep respect for that craft, about how to turn, you know, a noisy bar into a great night out. And the biggest things I learned from him and from that band was really about how to work a crowd, and nobody did that better than Ralph.
That's it.
Certainly Ralph was the starter up of all this, as far as I'm concerned. You know, starting the Irish at Erin's pub. And he was a blessing to everybody, and I think he was the inspiration for all these other bands to come along.
We used to go into the Strand, and they used to play, and we used to dance, and we used to have a lovely, lovely time. And we loved him.
They've become part of my life. We really have, and pretty well everyone that's been a member has been a personal friend.
I grew up on your songs.
The little fella said to me, "See, I grew up on your music." He says, God love him, he was only about 10.
Ralph, you've raised a lot of children. Does it ever amaze you that there's still an audience for this kind of music?
It never ceases to amaze me, but especially 50 years gone by, how quick it's gone by, and we're still at it. You know what I mean?
The Lifetime Achievement Award is the highest honor bestowed by Music NL. This year's recipient is Ralph O'Brien.
This award tonight is 50 years for me. That's 50 years and that fella. I mean, which is wonderful. And It's very nice to be that people appreciate what you've done and how you've done it, you know what I mean, through the course of the years.
It's inspirational in a way, but I think, you know, I think Ralph would agree that there's only one thing that drives that, right? And that's a love for doing it. Nothing else. There's no money that could make you do it. You know, there's no great night outs, there's no sex, drugs, and rock and roll that could make you do it that long. The only reason you would do it that long is because you love it. And, you know, you watch Ralph sing, and it doesn't take very long where you go like, he loves it. And that's beautiful.
Oh, so lonely, down the field.